What's good, family? Welcome back to Beltway Ballistics, your go-to gun tube channel for navigating the DMV. And today we got an unboxing for you. We're gonna start it. You already know what it is just by looking at the box. But surprisingly, it's a Glock that I never thought I would buy. I take that back. It is a Glock that I've always wanted. Just not the generation that I thought I was going to end up with. And that is Glock 20 V model MOS. And just to show you that we are safe. Direction. Yeah, I thought I would be skipping the Model V, Gen V, whatever you want to call it, Gen 5.5. And that was initially because I'm not tripping off the whole you won't be able to attach a switch. I follow the law around here. So that was never my thing or my concern. Didn't care about those changes as long as Glock performed like a Glock at the end of the day. But when they said it was not going to be any MOS versions is where I was like, nah, I'm out. If it ain't no MOS, then I don't want it. Now, Glock 20 was on my to get list, and I watched a Gen 5 for maybe I would say a little over a year, going back and forth on prices. I seen some that were already customized that I tend to gravitate towards, and I considered getting them. But if you seen any of my previous videos where I talk about how I go about collecting, I don't rush into any purchases. I look at it sort of like getting a tattoo. I feel I want it to be permanent, so I think long and hard about my decision before making it. So when I was online and I seen that they had a Glock 20 MOS version in the Model V, I said, oh, and I'm not going to say how much it cost, but it was less than a few bucks, less than what a Gen 5 MOS would have cost me for what I was seeing it for. So I immediately jumped on it when I seen that. I am in Maryland, so you know I got the commie mags, but they did give me 3 OEM 10-round mags. I actually bought 2 15-round mags also. I think they're in my truck. I don't have them near me, but in the box is your typical. You have your firearm, 3 mags, speed loader, some back straps that I most likely will not be using, just because, you know, your Glock 20 is your big boy, girthy boy.
Pause.
Of course, you have your lock that traditionally nobody ever uses. And then you have your plates, or 8 plates. This is a metal plate. The MOS plates that I had before were plastic, so I bought aftermarket. But this is a metal plate, to number 6. I'm not 100% sure what footprint that is. I'm gonna assume it's an RMR footprint. You have your cleaning rod and your instructions. The basics. Can't wait to get this big boy in the range. Show what it do. You see that trigger pull. Now, for those of you who haven't been paying attention to the news lately, and this goes for my people in DC and Maryland and states surrounding Virginia. I ain't gonna leave y'all out. Virginia has some new laws that they're trying to push through. It's quite a bit. Some of the main ones that I've noticed, top one that affects me the most is they're trying to push to ban all out-of-state concealed carry permits. Meaning if you do not have a Virginia-specific permit, you can no longer carry in the state, which I don't have. So that creates a problem for me and a lot of other people, because people tend to have like Utah or Florida or any other state that has a relationship with Virginia. Virginia used to honor Maryland's, but because Maryland doesn't honor anyone's, Virginia decided to take them off their list since they didn't want to shake hands. But I still was valid through my other licenses. But if they take that off the table, now I have to go get a Virginia license, which makes me hope that they really push forward for national concealed carry. It should just be flat out treated just like a driver's license. If you own a license, it's valid in all 50 states. But you just have to abide by their rules and laws to that particular state. But you're still valid. If you're valid in your state, you're valid in our state. That's just how it should be across the board. Now, I do obviously support the Second Amendment and stand by it strong. But I do believe that, well, I don't find an issue with people, states having their citizens go to a training class and become qualified to obtain a firearm, because people need to be educated. Not everyone, like myself when I was young and first time I started handling guns, I've always gave respect to guns. Never disrespected guns. Always pointed in a safety direction. Always treated it like it was loaded. And this was all before I even knew about the rules. I just naturally did that because it made sense. But you have those people who just are super careless, and you see it all the time online. They're just super careless, and it makes me nervous and cringe. So with that being said, I do believe that you should be taught some basic skills and rules before obtaining your gun. I'm not against that at all. But all the extra loops they trying to make us jump through, They're pretty much just trying to make us give up on even wanting to go through with obtaining a gun. That's just their overall goal. All these red flag laws being put in place, and I don't want to label them all red flags. They're just red flags in my eyes because they don't make sense. They just try to make it as difficult as possible for you to carry, with all the perimeters and things in place. You can't always know if you're near somewhere that you're not allowed to be close to. And then it's so many places that they're labeling that it practically force you to take trucker routes in order to navigate through your own city or town. It's insane. So stay tuned for a video on this bad boy right here. Once I get it all accessorized and I hit the range. And stay tuned for my 2026 collection video coming soon. If you guys have any suggestions or thoughts on what I should do, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm always up for input, so please drop it in the comments. I pretty much run the same type of lights on all my firearms. Not the same type, but the same brand. Like I have, of course, I have a TRR1 sitting right here. I'll probably just end up leaving this on here, to be honest. But I don't know what type of optic I want to run. I don't know what type of red that. So give me some suggestions. What y'all think I should run on the Glock 20? Because this ain't no little boy, and I want a dot that's going to stand out. I don't want it overly obnoxious though. I just want something that I could clearly see. Because this is a woods gun. This is a trail gun. All right, y'all let me know. I'm out.